Today's guide, Khepri, the Egyptian god of rebirth, transformation, and resurrection. I'll be going over his mechanics, the bug behind the hug, and what he brings to a team. I'll also cover his abilities and provide tips you'll be able to apply in your next match. Item builds and conquest specific strategies will be avoided as these tend to change quite frequently. Feel free to skip to any part of this video that fits your needs. Roll the intro.
Khepri.
Khepri is part of the Guardian class. He deals magical damage and is typically seen in the support role. His kit portrays the ideal of what a support should be. He possesses enough crowd control abilities to both peel and set up for his teammates, shred enemy protections, buff ally protections, and a signature ultimate that enables him to resurrect an ally. Passive: Fortitude. Every 5 seconds, Khepri applies a shield to himself and nearby allied gods for 2% of their maximum health for 15 seconds. This can stack up to 5 times. The rate is slowed by half if Khepri has recently taken or dealt damage. Ability number 1, Abduct. Khepri lunges forward, dealing damage to enemies he passes through. If he connects with an enemy god, he stops, grabs them, and starts pulling them backwards while gaining increased protections. Enemies are silenced for the duration of the pull. This ability can be cancelled at any moment. Ability number 2, Rising Dawn. Khepri rolls the sun forward, setting ablaze all enemies it touches, reducing physical protections and dealing damage over time. Allies that are hit take reduced damage from enemies for the duration. Ability number 3, Solar Flare. Khepri calls down the sun's ire at the target location, dealing damage and rooting targets in the area. Ability number 4, the ultimate, Scarab's Blessing. Khepri blesses an allied god, immediately cleansing them of all crowd control as well as granting them movement speed and immunity to slow effects. If the marked ally would die while blessed, they are instead revived with a percentage of their maximum health at Khepri's location. Executed allies do not revive. The following is based on years of personal experience. Every player has their own style and preferences, and that's alright. These tips are here to provide help to those who seek it. If you disagree with any of them, feel free to let me know. I try to keep an open mind and always willing to learn to get better at a game that I love. Level up order. Preferably, you'll want to max out your second ability, Rising Dawn, first, as it provides the most damage, protection shredding, and damage mitigation for your team. Both his first ability, Abduct, and his third ability, Solar Flare, deal increased damage but also have their crowd control duration increased, which can be practical when you need to lock down opponents. Depending on the situation at hand, both can be viable options. Whenever possible, put points into the ultimate. That said, here's my recommended level up order. Tip number 1, safety first. After an ally dies with Scarab's Blessing on, they're automatically teleported and revived at Khepri's current location. Helping your ally respawn in a safe area is just as crucial as landing your ultimate. Dashing away from the fight after landing your ultimate can help ensure your efforts were not in vain. Tip number 2, combo. Khepri's combo is great at locking down targets, enabling you and your allies to eliminate opponents quickly. Rooting them with Solar Flare enables you to follow up with Rising Dawn, reducing the protections, and Abduct to lead them towards your team. Tip number 3, counters. Khepri's ultimate ability can be easily countered by simply waiting for the ability to fade. One of the hardest things to judge is when and how quickly an ally will die. Keeping the ultimate ready until the last moment can help prevent counterplays, but becomes risky if not applied quick enough. Unfortunately, our favorite hug bug is also heavily countered by enemies with executions, like Thanatos, Achilles, and Ao Kuang, which overrides the resurrection capabilities of his ultimate. Tip number 4. Cleanse. Scare's blessing is well known for its reviving capabilities, but oftentimes its cleanse and movement speed are easily overlooked. They may not be as flashy as a clutch save or a clutch revive, but they can come in handy when they are needed, especially when you know your allies' relics are down. Tip number 5. Breaking momentum. Khepri's first ability, Abduct, can be used to peel enemies off allies and potentially stop their momentum or channeled ability. This ability can be cancelled at any moment, giving Khepri the choice to either hold onto the enemy or let go and keep moving. Tip number 6. Rising Dawn. Khepri's second ability, Rising Dawn, can be used on both enemies and allies. Applying it on both for the most efficient effect can be practical, buffing protections on allies during an objective while simultaneously applying damage over time. It can also be used in the middle of a team fight to affect both allies and enemies. Tip number 7. Body Block. Khepri's big body enables him to stop enemies in their tracks simply by standing between the enemy and any other obstacle. This can allow your allies enough time to escape to safety or block the enemies from retreating. I hope this video proves useful and that you'll be able to apply what you learned in your next match. If you enjoyed the content or there's a guide you'd like to see next, let me know in the comments below. Thank you for watching and see you all on the battleground.